The following is a timeline of events. November 6th, around 7:30 p.m., my office received a call from a resident on Rado Ridge Road in Enoch Township. A deputy sheriff and United Ambulance were dispatched, and I was notified. I arrived on scene just outside the community of Fulda and found a white, middle-aged man being treated for a gunshot wound to his right arm. I interviewed the man, who I'll call victim number 1 just for clarification. I discovered he had been lured to Noble County after answering an advertisement on Craisglist. The advertisement was a job offer for a man to care for cattle on a 688-acre property. Victim number 1 met with 2 people in Marietta and had breakfast together. Victim number 1 drove his own vehicle to Caldwell, where he parked his vehicle and got in with the 2 suspects. The 3 men rode together to Don Warner Road in Stock Township. The victim was told the road was closed due to a landslide. The victim and one of the men exited the vehicle and began walking through the heavily wooded area. Victim number 1 heard what he thought was a gun being cocked. He turned to see a gun pointed at his head. He deflected the gun and ran. As he was running from the gunman, he was shot in the arm. The gunman continued to shoot as the victim ran. The victim successfully hid in the woods for the next 7 hours before making his way to a house to call for help. I reported this incident to the local media in the following days. On Friday, November 11th, my office received information from a woman in Boston, Massachusetts. Her twin brother was missing. The report is her brother had answered an advertisement from Craigslist, and she felt very sure it was the same advertisement victim number 1 had answered. The information is her brother had last been seen October 22nd in Parkersburg, West Virginia. The woman advised us she had filed a missing persons report with that agency. In light of this new information, law enforcement returned to the crime scene on Don Warner Road and discovered what appears to be a hand-dug shallow grave. The grave is empty, however, it did give credibility to the theory that if the gunman had planned to kill and bury victim number 1, then it is possible there is a victim number 2. On Monday, November 14th, members of my staff, FBI and BCI special agents, along with cadaver-sniffing dogs, returned to the crime scene on Don Warner Road. We were successful in locating pieces of what we believe are evidence pertaining to the shooting of victim number 1. On Tuesday, November 15th, once again, members of my staff, FBI, BCI, and other cadaver-sniffing dogs returned to the crime scene on Don Warner Road. This time, around 3:30 p.m., we discovered the body of a white male buried in a shallow grave. The grave site is in close proximity to the location where victim number 1 was shot. The body has been transported to the Licking County Coroner's Office, where an autopsy is being performed today. At present time, the body has not been positively identified. At this time, I will not release the name of the victim number 1 or the name of who we believe to be victim number 2. We presently have 2 suspects in custody. Neither of the 2 suspects are residents of Noble County. We believe the attempted murder of victim number 1 and the likely murder of victim number 2 are connected and possibly committed by the same person. I don't want to release the names of the suspects. I will say this matter is still under investigation and other arrests are possible. The gamut of charges connected to this case could range from kidnapping and theft to murder and attempted murder. The crime scene is approximately 10 miles from here. Victim number 1 walked approximately 2 miles before feeling safe to call for help. I would like to report to you also that Don Warner Road is presently closed, so there is no access for media or spectators. I'll try to answer a few questions, but please don't expect me to answer any question that could jeopardize the successful prosecution of this case.